Hello friends and welcome back to Picture Astrology. In today's video we will talk about the effects of Jupiter in the ninth house in Sagittarius sign, and when this happens you will have the ascendant as the fiery sign of Aries. So for the Aries ascendant, or actually for any ascendant, Jupiter is one of the most important planets. It is called as the general significator or karaka of your luck. It is said that a good or well placed Jupiter in chart can eradicate thousands of negative influence from your horoscope and can help you lead a wonderful and blissful life. Let's see if this is one such placement. So we have an Aries ascendant horoscope, meaning the number one sign is rising, and Jupiter is present in the ninth house, which contains the Sagittarius sign. Now we know that Jupiter is Lord of Sagittarius as well as Pisces sign, which falls into the ninth and 12th house respectively when the ascendant is Aries. So before we get into the analysis, let's take a quick look at all the areas of the horoscope which this placement affects. So obviously ninth house, where the Jupiter is placed, is one clear area. 12th house, because Jupiter is the lord of sign of Pisces. Now in Vedic astrology, Jupiter has special aspects. It aspects the 5th house from itself, which is the all important ascendant point. Directly opposite to it, the 3rd house, which shows your siblings, your brothers, your courage, and the 5th house, which shows your children, your creative ability, your purva punya, your love life, etc. So you see, this one placement of Jupiter has a very significant say because it impacts multiple areas of your horoscope. So for a quick reference, I have listed these areas which are directly going to be impacted by this placement of Jupiter, which is 9th house, 12th house, 1st, 5th and 3rd house. And also because Jupiter is the karaka of your elders, your religious beliefs, your spiritual life, your luck, good luck, things which come easy in your life. So those things will be affected, but because they are also covered in 9th house, I have not separately listed them. So let's start our analysis one by one. So first of all, let's talk about the personality or the first house influence. Now remember, personality is dependent on a lot on your ascendant or rising sign, and in this case that is Aries, which is lorded by Mars, and Mars and Jupiter are great friends. So Jupiter's aspect in the 9th house, from the 9th house to the ascendant, which is lorded by Mars, is actually one of the biggest blessing that an Aries horoscope can have, and it really makes a person very, very lucky. Every classical text talk about it being great for bhagya. Bhagya, loosely translated, is called as luck. However, in Vedic astrology, luck can mean multiple things, and one of the first thing which is attributed to being lucky is being born in a good family. So 9th house Jupiter at least shows that the person will be born in a family who have a high ethical and moral values. It may or may not have great financial stature, but when it comes to ethics, the family is well known in their society, because 9th house is the house which shows your social life. It is a very visible house. It shows your contribution to the society in which you work. So many often, placement of this Jupiter shows that the family of the native is always involved in social life. Now especially their father and grandfathers, because ninth house as well as Jupiter, they both show your elders in family, and ninth house is also closely related with your father's family. Jupiter also shows your grandparents along with Rahu and Ketu. So Jupiter in its own sign in the ninth house and having a direct aspect on the first house shows that the family, the father, the grandfather and other elders in the family have always been very much involved in social welfare, and they are well known for their good deeds. And because of their family's well deeds, these people get a lot of benefits. That's luck, something which you haven't done yourself, or something which you get rather easily in life. Now, from the mental and physical personality wise, this Jupiter imparts generally a very optimistic and positive looking characters. Now, still a lot depends on the placement of Mars, because Mars is the lord of the first house, which pretty much rules your mental and physical personality. But irrespective of position of Mars, now suppose if Mars is very well placed, you will have a lot of energy, you will be very enthusiastically doing things in life and will be very well known for your contributions to the society. Now suppose Mars is a little weak, even then this Jupiter will keep you afloat in life. This Jupiter in the ninth house, even if there are other factors negative, will always keep you afloat. It will not let you go into the dark alleys of hopelessness. You may face difficulties in life, but because of this Jupiter, you will always be able to see the positive side of the situation and come out of it. So that's one of the keys of interpretation or specific interpretation of horoscope. You must understand what this Jupiter imparts and then be able to blend with how the ascendant or other placement are. Now Jupiter is also lord of 12th, which shows your expenses and at the same time sensual pleasures. Now being lord of this 12th house, which is generally considered a negative connotation, but it is a very important life if you want, it's a very important house if you want to live a very balanced life, because unless you spend money, unless you spend your life energies, you will not be able to enjoy your life physically. Now lord of 12th in 9th house in its own sign is a very good placement. What it shows is that the person is very balanced when it comes to sensual life, which includes your sexual life as well. It also shows that you spend a lot on social activities or good deeds or things like or helping others or restoring a church or a temple. You do spend money on social causes and also get good recognition from it. It also shows that you can have great foreign connection. It can mean that your education could be in foreign land also, because Jupiter is the natural karaka of learnings and higher learnings and higher education. 12th house shows your foreign land, so as your 9th house. 9th house shows long journeys, especially in the quest of knowledge. So many people who have this Jupiter and at the same time the 4th house well placed. 4th house, because 4th house shows your formal education. Jupiter is actually the planet of wisdom, something which you gain from formal education. So this is the synthesized knowledge. So if you have 4th house well placed here, this Jupiter can easily give you higher education in foreign land, good foreign connection. Now at the same time, if Saturn is well placed or Saturn is anytime related to 12th house, it can give you work in foreign land. So in nutshell, this Jupiter here shows benefits and gains in anything related to long distance or foreign land. And because of its aspect on the first house, it also gives frequent travel to the person, which is most of the times very beneficial. Now let's talk about the third house aspect, because this Jupiter has a direct aspect on the third house, and third house has many significations, but we will talk about one lesser known ability. So third house is the house where your mind functions begin. It is the basic house which shows how you think, and the aspect of Jupiter here shows slow and steady thinking. Jupiter is a slow moving planet, and it is also signifier of wisdom. So what this placement of Jupiter says is, before these people begin anything, they think long and hard. Before starting any venture, they would like to analyze pros and cons. So for many people, they may seem like, they start slowly, but they are slow and steady kind of people. Now again, a lot depends on Mars. Suppose Mars is situated in the first house itself, which is the fiery planet or in a fiery sign, then they would have a restlessness because of Mars position, but that restlessness will be compensated by this Jupiter then. So just by looking at this Jupiter, you can say that they like to analyze all aspects before beginning anything new. It can also reflect in things like they speak slowly, they speak after giving enough thought. They are not like loose cannons who can speak anything. So this is the basic of their thinking ability, that slow and steady is their motto of life. Now let's talk about the fifth house aspect. Now again, fifth house has so many things, but because we are running out of time, we will just talk about children. Now Jupiter is the primary significator of kids. Fifth house also shows your children. Now aspect of Jupiter generally on any house is good, and it is true for the fifth house also, but again, fifth house lord sun plays an important role in full analysis of the kids in the horoscope. But just by the aspect of Jupiter, you can say that people with this placement generally gets one or two children, less number of children. They don't like to have too many children. Now, as I said, sun is important factor, but just talking about this Jupiter, and there is generally some delay in getting the first child. It is due to their own social and personal commitments that they think hard before starting anything new in life. So having a kid is almost like a reset in your life, and they would do it only when they are fully prepared. So they generally take their time before starting the family. That's something which you can definitely say with this placement of Jupiter here. So my dear friends, I hope you liked this quick analysis of Jupiter in Sagittarius for Aries Ascendant. Please do like and subscribe my channel for more such videos. Thank you for watching, and see you again soon. Bye bye.